Where's your ball? Where's your ball? What do you want? Oh, did you have to sneeze? Leave it, leave it. Drop it. All right, I got to start out with a little puppy time. Because this video is going to be a little bit real. Hey, no, leave it. I always throw it and hit stuff. All right, so how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Brian with Bluefoot Homestead. Thank you for coming and checking out this video. I do appreciate it as always. Guys, I don't think there's any avoiding it. I think it's pretty much a guarantee that we are heading into World War III. Now let me explain something here real quick. We get little bits of information. We get these little things that kind of happen here and there, and then we get used to it and move on to the next thing. Now, if you think about everything that's happened overall regarding this, it makes a big difference. Okay, now if you think about it, just let's be logical. I'm gonna be very logical with you guys. Kind of say it like it is. Probably gonna say a lot of things that trigger my channel, but I'm not too worried about that. I think this is more important to be able to get things out and say things like it is. A lot of people talk about fear mongering, and there's some other YouTube channels out there that are paranoid about the whole Google algorithms and making their money on their channel and getting their subscribers. And it's almost like a stock in a company. You got to keep your shareholders happy. You don't want to piss off the people that watch your channel, because then you lose subscribers and then you end up losing money and yada yada. I think all of us pretty much know how that whole monetization thing works. But everybody's worried about fear mongering. Well, I'm gonna fear monger. Hopefully I'm gonna scare the hell out of some people, and I'm going to, probably say things that people don't want to hear. But it's the truth, and it's the things, well, it's the truth as far as I know. It's the truth from the information that I've gotten through media, through reading, through books, through this, through that. And I've put this together as my own conclusion on, well, we're going to war. You know, if you think about it, first of all, the one thing, I mean, there's so many things, and I'm probably going to leave a lot of things out, and maybe I'll add them, you know, where am I, down here, you know, to add them into some of the lists and whatever. So yeah, time to fearmonger. First thing is, I don't even know where to start with this. Our country's on a downfall. If you look at everything, our infrastructure, our transit, our public transit, our police department, our response, our hospitals. I'm going through hospital issues right now that it's completely ridiculous. $8,000 to get 2 shots. You know, it shouldn't be this way. I mean, there's other countries that it's $100 for a CAT scan, you know, out of control, on a downfall. Our institutions, our industrial complexes, our military, our healthcare industrial complex, it's a broken system. Our politics, broken system. Our media, a broken system. Just about everything about this country is broken. So we're on a downfall. And on the other side of that, there's other powers that want to take our place. We have had countries around the world stockpiling seeds, gold, food, grains, water, preparing. We have had countries expanding their military on levels that we can't even comprehend, as in China. Russia has been expanding their military big time. Iran has been expanding their military. North Korea has been expanding their military. I'm having a hard time getting that all out. Just that alone should be a huge concern. Just our country rounding the top of our prime time and heading on the downfall should be a huge concern. We have Russia saying that they are ready to go to war. We have China saying they're ready to go to war. North Korea, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, the Baltics, UK, England, Sweden, Poland. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. The whole world says that they're ready to go to war. We have Russian forces coming up against NATO forces right on that line. Finland, Poland, all around. We have all of NATO pushing their forces up against the Russian line. Just that alone. Again, okay, think logically here. Just one of those things 15 years ago would have blown our mind and we would all be out panic shopping. Yeah, we definitely have Putin saying if we push them too far, they're going to nuke us. We have China saying they're going to completely destroy the United States, and they have many capabilities to do so. We have the FBI saying that there has never been a higher chance for terrorist attacks in our country. We have them saying there's never been a higher chance for cyber attacks in our country. We have Russia saying that they're going to have an EMP. I mean, okay. Russia just launched an EMP into space. It is basically sitting directly above the United States. Look up. Doomsday is right there. If you're looking up to the sky, or you can look up to the sky, or later on today, look up to the sky, that is the end of days. And we can't even comprehend how bad and how dangerous that is. Now, people have a tendency to forget pretty easy, but just a couple days ago this happened, and just yesterday, what happened? Well, we had effects of an EMP, and nobody's even talking about it. With the cell phone shutting down. It's too easy to, say it was like 9 hours after the sun flare, and okay, let's go ahead and test this thing. Set it on 0.5, see what it does. Nothing. 0.1, nothing. Put it up to 2. Oh, look at that. We got an effect from it. Okay, so this thing works. And let me tell you something. Boys that get new toys, they want to play with them. And I guarantee he's up there messing around with it. His military is. So I can almost guarantee that's probably what happened, and that's just a little bit of a test, a very, very small test of what's to come on one little tiny level that would end civilization as we know it with just one of those. There's 30 of them or whatever. Okay, the U.S. says we're ready to go to war. Our Secretary of Defense has come out and said the big war is coming. And people forget about these things. They forget that he even said that. The big war, he can't say World War III. The United States cannot come out and say what is real. They cannot say the reality and the whole scope of all this stuff going on. In fact, they do the opposite. They censor it back. They don't allow the media to talk about it. They don't allow their officials to talk about it. Because we can't handle this. We can't handle the thought of World War III. We can't handle the thought of an invasion on our soil. So they have to censor it back. They have to not even dumb it down, but they have to make it seem like it's not so bad. Nothing to see here. Chive on and go about your day. We have had China flying balloons, flying surveillance over our country. Not even back a year ago, but they're doing it right now as I'm making this video. It's flying over, it was Colorado, it's probably, let's see, over Texas Panhandle or something about right now. Last time I looked at the jet stream, or the 500 millibar, which is about 40,000 feet. The list just goes on and on and on. We have China shooting lasers into Hawaii, getting intel on Hawaii. That's a very good target for China. There's a very, very good chance that Hawaii is going to get attacked by China. We have the confidence of China and these other countries that say simple logical things that nobody even really thinks about. To where if we even shoot a missile from one of our Navy ships in defense of Taiwan towards China, they are going to swarm our Navy with so many drones, we don't have enough missiles to defend it. Thousands of drones. What are we going to do in that situation? We're just up shit creek. We have all these things going on and probably many, many more. I'm just going off the top of my head right now. I've been thinking about this overnight and just thinking of 30, 40, 50 different scenarios that shit's going to get real. And I can't even say that prepping or preparing for this and buying food and water is going to be nearly enough. People, and I've said this many, many, many times, people don't understand the scale of what is about to happen. Even another one, they're coming to mind. Financially, our government, the debt that we're in, we're about to see one of the biggest, if not the biggest crash in the stock market that we can even comprehend. There's another 10 or 15 things layering on top of that to confirm that's probably what's going to happen. You know, just so many things are going to be happening to our country all at once. Now, we have another recent movement that's going on that has been happening for quite some time. I've been keeping track of it all the way back to Roseanne Barr many, many years ago. Roseanne Barr, if you don't know who she is, she's a comedian. She had a TV show for a long time. Depends on the generation that you are. She was extremely popular. She is a prepper. Now it's coming out that there are hundreds and hundreds of preppers that are celebrities, millionaires, billionaires, and even up to trillionaires. You know, Ryan Seacrest. I mean, people that you wouldn't really think. But right now, what's going on, we have Bezos selling for over $4 million or $4 billion a day in his stock shares of Amazon, taking the cash and running. We have Mark Zuckerberg. He is building his compound, totally self-sufficient out in Hawaii. We have all these multi-billionaires taking their money and running to New Zealand, all over the world. They know something. They know. I mean, they're in the know. You know, we are not. We have to figure it out on our own, and that's why we watch videos like this. Yeah, I mean, if you're not understanding some of these things that are going on right now and you're preparing, I don't know what to tell you. When it all happens, you know what? I'll kneel down and say a prayer. I'm not much of a religious person, but we're going to need everything that we can get. It's going to be probably even be more mental. And how can I say to mentally prepare? We can't mentally prepare for it. And that's going to be the biggest hurdle for us to overcome. It's not going to be running out of food. It's not going to be running out of ammo. It's not going to be running out of supplies and tools and ferro rods to start fires for whatever reason. We're going to need fire. We're going to need heat, obviously. How do you prepare for 500,000 Chinese army running across Texas with huge capabilities? I mean, how do you prepare for biological warfare that's going to take out 90 or 100% of the population of the country or half of the world? You know, how do you prepare for these things? How do you... It's all going to be mental. I don't know, but really, I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably have some sense of preparedness. It's kind of a prepping, homesteading channel, so you're probably already thinking about it to some extent, if not putting actions towards doing some of these things. But for the people that aren't, which is, definitely a majority of the country, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt really bad. And I've said it many times. I've already said it in this video that we can't comprehend how bad things can potentially get. They probably are going to get that way. Nuclear war. All these things are right on our doorstep. The people that aren't ready for it, man, it's going to be tough. And the people that are prepared for it the best that we can, it's going to be tough for us as well, because we're going to be having to deal with these things. You know, I mean, walking through 1,000 rotting corpses, yeah, that sounds pretty crazy. We might have to do that to go try to find some food or medicine or Walking Dead shit, you know? I mean, I can't possibly prepare mentally for it. I can try. You know, I can try to prepare with things that, you know, physical things. I can try to prepare the best I can. That's all I can do. But things are going to get real. Things are going to get real. Definitely try to talk to people you love. Point out all of these things that are going on. For the last 2 years, I mean, just take the 2 years. You don't even have to go back 100 years or 50 years. Just look and gather all these things. You know, it's like we get a little poof here. Okay, that's going on. We got the invasion in Ukraine. Oh, we got the economic crisis. Oh, we got COVID, or we got this, or we got this, or we got this. Think of all these things and then put them into like a pot, so to speak. And then look at that whole situation and tell yourself what's going to happen. What is the outcome of all these things that are going on geopolitically and financially and within our own politics, within our own culture and our own society here in the United States? We're fighting against each other. I mean, there's so much going on. And the sad thing is this is just the tip of it. This is just the tip, the very beginning of what's going to happen. So what is that outcome going to be? You know, who knows? I spent a lot of time last night thinking about other countries I can bail out to. I love America. I love what America stands for the most part. But really, I think that we need a complete clearing of our country and basically rebuild it. It's so broken. The bad thing is well, China's probably going to clear it, and they're probably going to rebuild it. Yeah, I don't know. But definitely keep preparing. Do the best you can. That's all I can say. We got hard times, really hard times coming. Pretty much right around the corner. Just think about all these things. Chinese and biolabs over in California selling. If I wrote it all down, I'd be here for an hour, but keep preparing. Start thinking about preparing mentally. Start thinking about how you're going to be able to handle complete chaos, because it's coming. So, till next time, thanks for watching this video. Try to have a good day. Peace.